A part of a police officer's job is knowing when to use force and when not to use it. And many times the decisions are not easy, so police, well, they train extensively.
As we showed you in part one yesterday, News 18's Kayla Sullivan went through Lafayette Police's simulation training. Today, she joins us with a look at other ways the department trains to make those split-second decisions. Kayla, what did you find out?
Well, besides the simulation training, LPD meets once a month to do tactical field training. They use their own guns, flashlights, and any other weapons or gadgets they may need in the field. Now, it isn't as high-tech as the simulator, but many say it's more realistic. Sergeant John Yastrzebski says this is the training that helped him make the right decision in a life-or-death situation back when he first started as a patrol officer.
About 20 years ago, on the south side of Lafayette near Owen Street, Sergeant John Yastrzebski found himself on a career-changing call.
It was an extremely busy night. I was the only officer in the area at the time that wasn't on calls, and I actually found what somebody reported in. There was 3 guys walking around. They had blood on their shirts, and I didn't know what was going on.
He was outnumbered. It was dark, and all 3 men were intoxicated. He told them to get on their stomachs with their arms out while he called for backup.
One person refused to show me his hands. He kept his hands underneath his stomach area, and he said, "I have a gun." You know, I'd only barely had on maybe 2 years, so I didn't know what to do, because I'm thinking, okay, well, if he has a gun under his shirt, it's only a matter of seconds before he pulls it out and shoots me, because he actually verbalized that to me, "I'm going to shoot you."
He thought back to his training. There had to be means, opportunity, and intent in order to take action. The suspect verbalized his intent was to shoot him, and he had the opportunity, but he was missing the means.
Although, you know, in my mind, I wanted to do something because I wanted to go home that night, I didn't see a gun on that person, so I couldn't take action.
Fortunately, backup did arrive, and they found out the man never had a gun. He was bluffing the whole time.
But it was still a scary situation because, you know, he said he had one and that he was going to do something to me. He was going to try to kill me with it.
Did you ever once think, you know, I could have shot him?
I do. It doesn't necessarily haunt me, but I chalk it up to a training experience. Again, I went away with my life, and that was good. But I also just kind of throw it in my memory bank for training, because those situations do come up.
Once a month, LPD uses situations like Yastrzebski's to train officers during tactical field training. They clear rooms, practice shooting with their own weapons, flashlights, and other tools used in the field.
So there'll be some times where maybe an officer doesn't clear a building for a couple weeks, and so throwing them into this scenario brings that refresher out.
Police don't face dangerous life or death situations every day, but they want to be ready when they do.
It prepares you in the fact that when a situation's happening and it's that high stress, you revert to where your training was. You don't really even have to think about it, you just do it.
But even the most trained officer can falter.
Sometimes that's been a key thing in court cases, you know, where somebody has pulled out a cell phone real quick and somebody has taken action as a law enforcement officer. But it's based on the totality of the circumstances and how that officer felt at that time.
And no officer is the same.
So you may have one situation, but you might have multiple different outcomes if you threw a different officer in those situations.
So why would someone sign up for this? Why would someone put their life on the line for the chance to be publicly and criminally criticized for doing so?
I knew the risk coming into this job, but the benefits of being able to serve a community and protect them outweighed all those risks for me.
So it's worth it to you?
It is worth it, absolutely. Yeah, after 21 years, I have no regrets of doing what I do.
Yastrzebski says he feels other LPD officers feel the same way he does about his career. He hopes people consider all aspects of a decision before judging if it was the correct one. Kayla Sullivan, News 18.